Hi, lovelies. Welcome to Managing My Money with Rosa. Today, we are going to review my debt and see how we're doing on our debt-free journey. If you're new here, my name is Rosa. My channel is all about my personal budgeting journey. It is usually about sinking funds, savings challenges. It is about stuffing my money. It is about paying my credit card so that we don't pay interest ever. It is about investing. It is a little bit about my debt and where we are on our debt-free journey. If any of that is of interest to you, please take a second, hit subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and spending a little bit more of your time with me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And everyone take a second, smash that thumbs up button for me. All right, so let's move that out of the way. I use a Budget Mom tracking sheet that, though it says Debt Snowball Tracker, is not how we are using it. We currently have 3 major debts in the house. Okay, I lied. We currently have 5 major debts in the house, 4 of which we are responsible for, 1 of which my child is responsible for. We have a mortgage on the house. I have a car payment. I have a student loan. My child has a car payment, and then we bought cell phones and we did not pay cash and should have. When I say my child has a car, I promise she is old enough and capable enough of being responsible for this car. She picked it out, she decided she wanted a new one, and therefore she was responsible for making all of the stuff because the car we got her, she was done with. So this is her payment, not mine, but I do track it for one simple reason. We are on the loan. Because we are on the loan, I feel it necessary to keep up with where is she at on those payments. All right, we also are not doing the debt snowball. We are doing the debt avalanche instead. So the debt snowball is where you take the one that you owe the least on, you pay it off, and then apply that payment to the next one, and then to the next one, to the next one, so that the money that you're making payments begins to snowball and get really, 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 really large, hopefully really fast. Well, we have decided to do the debt avalanche method. If you have not heard of that, the debt avalanche is where you take the one with the biggest debt, the biggest debt, and you pay it down first. No, not the biggest debt. You take the one with the highest interest rate and you pay that one off first. So it doesn't matter where it falls in the mix. If it has the highest interest rate, that's the one you focus on. Well, that is what we are doing. And right now, because student loans have come back and the interest has begun to accrue on them, my student loan currently has the highest interest rate of almost 6%. We are working on knocking that out as fast as we can. We should have the cell phones paid off and we should have my car paid off. Instead, we are chunking away at my student loan. The reason we are doing debt avalanche instead of debt snowball is because I want to pay as little as possible. Debt snowball is just about seeing those goals. If you need those small goals to be able to make it to the next step and the next step and the next step, debt snowball is totally for you. It takes a whole heck of a lot more discipline to do the debt avalanche because, like I said, we should already be done with the phone payment, and we should probably only have about $1,000 left on my car. That's not how this mix is going right now. Instead, we are knocking out the one that has it is the hugest amount right now, and it has been the hugest amount. But the reality is that in 6 months, it hasn't even been 6 months, we have paid down, I want to say $10,000 on it, because we are attacking it with, as Dave Ramsey would say, with gazelle intensity. I want to make it go away and I want to pay them as little as possible. So that's the one we are focused on really making payments towards. So let's start filling all of this out so we can see where we are. So the mortgage, we made our monthly payment of $1,225. That unfortunately did go up, but that's because every year they recalculate how your escrow went, did everything, what increased, what decreased, they balance it all out, and our something increased. Oh, our property insurance, not our property insurance, our property taxes increased, and because of that, we are now having to pay extra to help make sure we have escrow in there. We are now, oh, wrong color, I want to change colors. We now owe $115,860.65. So out of that $1,200, about $400 of it goes towards the escrow account, so it sits, so I don't have to worry about my property taxes or my homeowner's insurance, it's just automatically taken care of by my lender. Another 400 of it goes towards interest. It really sucks, but that's where it goes. And then another 400, and it's not even 400, goes towards my principal. So it's getting knocked down every month, but I would love for it to be knocked down more. My car, the minimum payment is $370. Again, it is not the focus right now. My car has a 3.3% interest rate, so it is definitely lower than my student loan, which is 5% or almost 6% interest. So not a lot comes down. Now, I'm a patterns girl. I absolutely love patterns. Last month, my student loan was $22,220.55. This month, my car, I died laughing when it came up. My car, what we have left on it is $8,822.88. I was like, you've got to be kidding, but whatever. I think it's absolutely hysterical, but I love it just because the pattern in me. I'm a total pattern nerd. Guys, sorry. My student loan. So we, again, are attacking my student loan with gazelle intensity. So what should be a $230 payment, we actually made $2,460 on it. Again, I want to get it out of the way because it was less, it was more. Guess what, guys? We're under the 20,000 mark. Oh, that doesn't sound like a lot to some, but for me, my loan was at 35,000 going into the pandemic. You make your monthly payments, you don't think much about it. And then with the pandemic and 0% interest rates, I've been working on it a little here, a little there. I was continuing to make some payments, trying to knock that balance down. But guys, to know that 2 years ago, we were over $35,000 and today we are under 20,000 on my student loan. So we are down to $19,855.69. Cannot wait for this atrocity to be gone. We have a current plan to get rid of my student loan, the Mazda, and our cell phones within a year. February makes 12 months out that pending a true emergency happens, those 3 things will be wiped away. Love it. And then we'll be down to just the house. My child's car, she did make a $300 payment, which is what she always makes. And it is down to a car. It is down to $1,127.44. Oh no, she asked me how much it was the other day and I lied to her. I'm gonna have to fix that. Shame on me. At any rate, she is down to $1,127.44. Love it for her. It is at 9% interest, but it's not my bill, so I don't worry about it too much. Our cell phones, we make the same payment every month, $65.42, which brought us down to $809.76. Things are decreasing. Love it. Now, I wish I could just add those numbers together and tell you how much we've reduced our debt. Unfortunately, there's some interest in here, there's some interest in here, and there's some interest in here, as well as my escrow account. So it doesn't unfortunately work that way, but we did end up decreasing our debt by $3,453. And the most wild thing is that it's 0 cents. I absolutely couldn't believe it. I thought, really? Are you serious? Yes. So last month, we just reached underneath the 150,000, and we are now continuing that decrease. We are rolling into March with $146,476. I think I just said something incorrectly. $146,476.42. My next goal is to be under 130. Actually, my next goal is to be under, 130. We'll go with 130, and that's when I'll get excited again. But absolutely adore and love looking at everything every month to see how well we are doing. That motivation to know that I am under 20,000 just excites me. It's what keeps me going for paying down my student loan and using the debt avalanche instead of the debt snowball. I love to see that number just drop. Cannot wait for it to be 0. And that actually will happen sometime this year. I think November or December, this should 0 out, which I just can't believe. All right, if you have any questions, please drop it in chat. If you just want to say hey, I'd love to say hey back. And if you haven't already, please take a second, smash that thumbs up button. Bye, guys.